I tie my laces and walk adjacent to Father's patience. Right next to Satan, the sin lies that come me Raymond. Can't grow complacent, my heart is racing, the Lord is waiting. I follow in his footsteps, it's not complicated. I've been living in this hell, so I gotta make it. This could be my only chance, so I gotta take it. So I gotta take it. This could be my only chance, so Brother's been tripping for too long, so I've been walking face up through the mud with my boots on. And I'll be damned if I do wrong. I just hate when the news on, cause all I'm seeing is depression and oppression all up in their face. And they wanna give up on a day by day. Just know the Lord, he is making a way. So if you keeping the faith, hold your head high, it's gonna be okay. And I don't even feel no more. My people getting killed, it's getting really real. And they don't wanna live on, no. It's cause of the sin, why we always gotta die on the block. Why sisters always gotta cry on the block. And mama feel the pain when I walk, how I walk. And she hates how I talk, why you talk like that?
Burn holes in my two sides. See the block is getting too high. Time's running low, need a new watch. They fell for the do-out. That thing. I really wish you knew that you all been through all these extreme things. I'm trying to figure out what happened to you and me, things. Trying to figure out what happened to unity, man. I'm flipping on the nose and hear the blues when I see things. I see hatred all around. Fighters and murders with a frown. My brother in a puddle on the ground, like what the hell we gon' do now? When everything is going south, remember who you are, pick up your car. My people feel no more. Feel no pain when they kill no more. Do you feel how I feel when I'm feeling so no.
And I don't even feel no more. My people getting killed, it's getting really real. And they don't wanna live on, no. It's cause of the sin, why we always gotta die on the block. Why sisters always gotta cry on the block. And mama feel the pain when I walk, how I walk. And she hates how I talk, why you talk like that?
Feel no more. Feel no more. Feel no more. Feel no more.
I feel no more.
I tie my laces and walk adjacent to Father's patience. Right next to Satan, the sin lies that come me Raymond. Can't grow complacent, my heart is racing, the Lord is waiting. I follow in his footsteps, it's not complicated. I've been living in this hell, so I gotta make it. This could be my only chance, so I gotta take it. So I gotta take it. This could be my only chance, so Brother's been tripping for too long, so I've been walking face up through the mud with my boots on. And I'll be damned if I do wrong. I just hate when the news on, cause all I'm seeing is depression and oppression all up in their face. And they wanna give up on a day by day. Just know the Lord, he is making a way. So if you keeping the faith, hold your head high, it's gonna be okay. And I don't even feel no more. My people getting killed, it's getting really real. And they don't wanna live on, no. It's cause of the sin, why we always gotta die on the block. Why sisters always gotta cry on the block. And mama feel the pain when I walk, how I walk. And she hates how I talk, why you talk like that?
Burn holes in my two sides. See the block is getting too high. Time's running low, need a new watch. They fell for the do-out. That thing. I really wish you knew that you all been through all these extreme things. I'm trying to figure out what happened to you and me, things. Trying to figure out what happened to unity, man. I'm flipping on the nose and hear the blues when I see things. I see hatred all around. Fighters and murders with a frown. My brother in a puddle on the ground, like what the hell we gon' do now? When everything is going south, remember who you are, pick up your car. My people feel no more. Feel no pain when they kill no more. Do you feel how I feel when I'm feeling so no?
And I don't even feel no more. My people getting killed, it's getting really real. And they don't wanna live, oh no, no, no. It's cause of the sin, why we always gotta die on the block. Why sisters always gotta cry on the block. And mama feel the pain when I walk, how I walk. And she hates how I talk, why you talk like that, like that. Feel no more. Feel no more. Feel no more. Feel no more.
I feel no more.
I tie my laces and walk adjacent to Father's patience. Right next to Satan, the sin lies that come me Raymond. Can't grow complacent, my heart is racing, the Lord is waiting. I follow in his footsteps, it's not complicated. I've been living in this hell, so I gotta make it. This could be my only chance, so I gotta take it. So I gotta take it. This could be my only chance, so Brothers been tripping for too long, so I've been walking face up through the mud with my boots on. And I'll be damned if I do wrong. I just hate when the news on, cause all I'm seeing is depression and oppression all up in their face. And they wanna give up on a day by day. Just know the Lord, he is making a way. So if you keeping the faith, hold your head high, it's gonna be okay. And I don't even feel no more. My people getting killed, it's getting really real. And they don't wanna live, oh no, no, no. It's cause of the sin, why we always gotta die on the block. Why sisters always gotta cry on the block. And mama feel the pain when I walk, how I walk. And she hates how I talk, why you talk like that, like
holes in my
that.
two sides. See the block is getting too high. Time's running low, need a new watch. They fell for the do-out. That thing. I really, really wish you knew that you have been through all these extreme things. I'm trying to figure out what happened to you and me things. Trying to figure out what happened to unity, man. I'm flipping on the nose and hear the blues when I see things. I see hatred all around. Fighters and murders with a frown. My brother in a puddle on the ground, like what the hell we gon' do now? When everything is going south, remember who you are, pick up your crown. How people feel no more. Feel no pain when they kill no more. Do you feel how I feel when I'm feeling so no.
And I don't even feel no more. My people getting killed, it's getting really real. And they don't wanna live, oh no, no, no. It's cause of the sin, why we always gotta die on the block. Why sisters always gotta cry on the block. And mama feel the pain when I walk, how I walk. And she hates how I talk, why you talk like that, like that. Feel no more. Feel no more. Feel no more. Feel no more.
I feel no more.
I tie my laces and walk adjacent to Father's patience. Right next to Satan, the sin lies, they call me Raymond. Can't grow complacent, my heart is racing, the Lord is waiting. I follow in his footsteps, it's not complicated. I've been living in this hell, so I gotta make it. This could be my only chance, so I gotta take it. So I gotta take it. This could be my only chance, so Brothers been tripping for too long, so I've been walking face up through the mud with my boots on. And I'll be damned if I do wrong. I just hate when the news on, cause all I'm seeing is depression and oppression all up in their face. And they wanna give up on a day by day. Just know the Lord, he is making a way. So if you keeping the faith, hold your head high, it's gonna be okay. And I don't even feel no more. My people getting killed, it's getting really real. And they don't wanna live on, no. It's cause of the sin, why we always gotta die on the block. Why sisters always gotta cry on the block. And mama feel the pain when I walk. And she hates how I talk, why you talk like that?
Burn holes in my two sides. See the block is getting too high. Time's running low, need a new watch. They fell for the do-out. That thing. I really wish you knew that you all been through all these extreme things. I'm trying to figure out what happened to you and me, things. Trying to figure out what happened to unity, man. I'm flipping on the nose and hear the blues when I see things. I see hatred all around. Fighters and murders with a frown. My brother in a puddle on the ground, like what the hell we gon' do now? When everything is going south, remember who you are, pick up your car. My people feel no more. Feel no pain when they kill no more. Do you feel how I feel when I'm feeling so no.
And I don't even feel no more. My people getting killed, it's getting really real. And they don't wanna live on, no. It's cause of the sin, why we always gotta die on the block. Why sisters always gotta cry on the block. And mama feel the pain when I walk. And she hates how I talk, why you talk like that? Feel no more. Feel no more.
We are not a hate group. We are not affiliated with any other Israelite group. Israel United in Christ is a nonviolent, Bible-based movement. We do not advocate or condone any acts of violence against any race, ethnicity, or gender. We advise that if anyone hears or knows of any plots to cause harm to anyone or to break the laws of the land, you must contact the proper authorities to bring awareness to any possible threat, as stated in Leviticus 5:1.
Christ. Yeah, that's right. I said Christ. I see Christ in you. You're my brother.
You are now tuned in to Truth Be Told.
I seem on my pros to be better than me. Truth be told.
You are now tuned in to Truth Be Told.
This is what we must do to avoid envy. Truth be told. Truth be told. And blacks and Hispanics are family. Truth be told. Truth be told. I just pray you see Christ when you see me. Truth be told. Truth be told.
These men spoke wisdom because they understood the scriptures. Read.
People in that stronghold, and again, that's why communities are in the shape that they're in because of sin.
Yeah, when we bring out Christ is black, people say color don't matter, but yet they ride into the movie theaters on elephants
because of a black superhero, but the color of Christ
All
don't matter.
scripture is given by inspiration of God and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness.
That hidden ones because our people don't know that we're the Israelites according to the Bible.
You see that? So once you apply all of this, that's what's gonna make you perfect. So you can be perfect.
You're now tuned in to Truth Be Told.
Shalom, Most High in Christ bless. You are now tuning into Truth Be Told DC, broadcasting live. Be sure to tune in every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to hear the truth according to the Bible. Hosted by IUIC DC. For music, clothing, and instruments of learning, visit originalroyalty.com and israelunite.org. Shalom.
Shalom, fam. Welcome back to Truth Be Told DC. I'm Officer Matthew, and to my left,
Officer Phinehas.
Officer Mendel.
Officer Micah.
So today's title is I Hate Myself, but I Love My Oppressor. So we're going to deal in with all the cooning, particularly what we see going on in the clubhouse. But before we get into all that, let's open up with John 8:32.
The book of John, chapter 8 and verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
So the truth is that you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you do make up the 12 tribes of Israel, and you're called to repentance in the last days. So let's open up with the book of Deuteronomy, man. Because we've seen a whole lot of stuff, shucking and jiving, interracial marriage, the scriptures coming out. The description of Christ, he's a dark-skinned man with white woolly hair. The first response is, what about the white man? I mean, you can't make it up. So let's go ahead and get this, man. We about to fix up the good old white man, the Chinese man, and all that. Thus saith the Lord, man. So let's go ahead and get right into it.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 1. When the Lord thy God shall bring thee into the land, whither thou goest to possess it, and hath cast out many nations.
Hold on, no, brought us together to live together.
And hath cast out many nations.
Read.
Before thee.
What?
The Hittites, and the Girgashites,
Read.
And the Amorites, and the Canaanites,
Read.
And the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites. 7 nations greater and mightier than thou.
Why didn't he all put us together if we were supposed to be mixing in together? He evicted them out the land, man. Read. Right.
And when the Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them.
Give them a hug.
Thou shalt smite them.
Read.
And utterly destroy them.
What?
And utterly destroy them.
Read.
Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them.
Wow. Keep on.
Neither shalt thou make marriages with them.
See, that's the big problem today. The scriptures say, neither shalt thou make marriages with them, man. Read.
Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son.
Why?
For they will turn thy son away from following me.
Right, because then once you get married to him, you can say stupid stuff like color don't matter. Christ was a chameleon. He was clear. All this dumb stuff. You want to say something also?
Yeah, I was going to say also, once you learn the truth that you're an Israelite and the scriptures tell you that the other nations is going into slavery, if you married to, let's just say, an Edomite, for instance, and they worship in white Jesus, in that religion where they keep in Christmas and all the pagan stuff, they teach that everybody can be saved. That's not in the Bible.
Right.
So that's contrary to the Bible. So you learn you're an Israelite, and you say, oh, okay, the Edomites going into captivity, and we going to rule. What you think your wife or your husband that's an Edomite going to say? They're going to draw you out of that. Say, that's a cult. You don't want to be in that, this and that, even though they don't have no proof or scriptures to prove otherwise.
That's malarkey, honey.
All right, they're going to hit you with all that, but they're going to get hit with this, though. Keep on reading.
That they may serve other gods.
That's the whole point. You go dealing with them, you're going to serve a whole nother God. That's what our people are doing today. They go the Jew and the Greek and all this other stuff. A totally different God than the God of this Bible, man. Read.
So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly.
That's what we at today. Black Lives Matter now. But so bad you got lesbians leading the black civil rights campaign today. That's how utterly destroyed we are.
against the black man.
Right.
Because they go against Black Lives Matter. They're set up for black men that's getting shot and killed by the police.
Use the black man as a poster
actually
boy.
against black men in their own writings.
In their mission statement, got the brother's picture up there as a poster board material and everything teaching against the man. Unbelievable. That's totally destroyed. So let's get that Nehemiah. Watch this.
The book of Nehemiah, chapter 13 and verse 23. In those days also saw I Jews that had married wives of Ashdod, of Ammon, and of Moab.
So they dealing with Moabites, Hamites, Chinese folk, Chinese, Japanese, and some Africans. Read.
And their children spake half in the speech of Ashdod, and could not speak in the Jews' language.
They couldn't speak because what? They was raised by the mother.
But according to the language of each people.
Read.
And I contended with them and cursed them.
Cursing in the Bible, what?
And cursed them.
So he cussed them out. Read.
And smote certain of them.
Man, he slapped some jokers upside the head too.
And plucked off their hair.
Wow.
And made them swear by God, saying, you shall not give your daughters unto their sons, nor take their daughters unto your sons or for yourselves.
Why is that? Read.
Did not Solomon, king of Israel,
Did not Solomon, the king of Israel,
sin
What?
by these things? Yet among many nations was there no king like him, who was beloved of his God, and God made him king over all Israel. Nevertheless, even him did outlandish woman cause to sin.
Call them other nation women outlandish, man, with foolish behavior. Read.
Shall we then hearken unto you to do all this great evil, to transgress against our God and marrying strange wives?
You see that? You're not supposed to do that. You want to say something, officer?
Yeah. Because even Christ the Messiah is against interracial marriages. Because remember, even in Matthew 5, Christ said, think not that I have come to destroy the law or the prophets. So we just read in Nehemiah.
Wasn't he a prophet?
Which was a prophet.
We're going to see, though, because this is the reason, one of the reasons why you want to say something before we get the video?
Yeah, I was going to say, because what we got to remember is Christ gave Moses the laws.
Right. He gave
He gave him the law. So that's his laws that he gave to Moses.
Right.
So there's no way he came to change that.
Right, his own stuff. But we're going to show you one reason why you don't. Watch this. We're about to see a punching bag here. Watch this. Think it's a game.
I wanted to talk about this story because I think it's really, really important. Seattle Seahawks player Chad Wheeler is facing some serious charges due to a disturbing domestic violence attack against his ex-girlfriend, Aaliyah. Now, according to the police report, Chad slipped into a manic bipolar episode after he stopped taking his medication for a couple of days. Reportedly, Chad asked his girlfriend, Aaliyah, to bow before him, and when she refused, he choked her until she blacked out. Now, when Aaliyah woke up, his response was, wow, you're alive? And that's when she ran into the bathroom to call the police. So Chad released a statement on Twitter apologizing for the attack, explaining it was a manic episode and how sorry he is for the pain that he has caused. He went on to say that it is time for him to walk away from football and get the help that he needs. This is like it's a cautionary tale for women being in a domestic a violent situation and knowing when to get out. You know, I know we talk about mental health, but you know, this woman was 5'9".
Yeah, he said, you still alive? And was eating, they said. Drinking smoothies and some more stuff. So he had to get his calories back up after the workout.
He was like, I done laid the beat down on you. You still alive? Because she looked real bad.
Yeah, she looked terrible.
Like the pictures that they have of her, it looks real bad. And the crazy part is, this is the wild part about it. If you have any domestic violence case, even when there's not like a situation like that, the brother's going to jail for sure.
That brother would have got put straight to death.
You know what I mean? So for this, now you seeing the other side of it. This dude, Edomite, so-called white man, and got money. And what happened to him going to jail? What happened to him getting locked up?
What happened to him getting shot?
Yeah.
What happened to the sister pointing out the fact that this Edomite beating up another sister? She didn't even say nothing.
She didn't even say nothing about that. She talking about domestic violence. That's what's wrong with our people. She shouldn't she shouldn't have been with that dude anyway. And you just looked at the dude like, come on, Slim. Like this dude wasn't in the NFL. Come on, man. We ain't even gonna go there. Get this in First Esdras.
The book of First Esdras, chapter 8 and verse 69. The nation of Israel, the princes, the priests, and Levites have not put away from them the strange gods of the land, strange people of the land, nor the pollutions of the Gentiles.
So we was all involved with dealing with the strange nations, man, marrying them and so forth. Read.
To wit, of the Canaanites, Hittites, Perizzites, Jebusites, and the Moabites, Egyptians, and Edomites.
That's why people infatuated with the Edomites, the so-called white man.
For both they and their sons have married with their daughters. And the holy seed.
And the what?
And the holy seed is mixed with the strange people of the land.
Damn.
And from the beginning of this matter, the rulers of the great and the great men have been partakers of this iniquity.
Everybody partook in that iniquity. Interracial marriage is, the Lord is not dealing with the mixing of the seed. He don't even deal with that with the fruits and vegetables.
Right. And you see how that thing said the holy seed, meaning you Israelites, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans were always meant to be separate. That's why you can't fit in with these other nations. That's why, even though a lot of our people, they want to be included, they want to be just like them, and they'll even hate their own people just so they can fit in, you still not accepted.
Absolutely not. That's why you got to get your coon on to be around. That's the whole point of the show. So let's go to Isaiah chapter 13. We're going to start at verse 13.
The book of Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 13.
Start at verse 12, though.
Verse 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold.
That's talking about the Israelite man. Read.
Even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir.
That's talking about the men in the last days keeping the commandments of God are going to be more precious than fine gold. So you sisters want to marry your Edomite hunk, you're going to be missing out, and death is coming. Understand that. Read.
Therefore, I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of the Lord of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger.
Read.
And it shall be as the chase road.
So this chase road was going in the Esau. That's why you see them jogging all over the place. They already practicing. But it ain't enough track and field in that day. Understand that. Read.
And as a sheep that no man taketh up.
They're not going to be able to escape and to go into anybody's country, anybody's house in that day when Christ come back. You better believe that. Read.
They shall every man turn to his own people and flee every one into his own land.
The cooning this is telling, in that day, the cooning going to stop. Ain't nobody want to be associated with this man in that day. Read.
Everyone that is found.
But those that still clinging on to him, read.
Shall be thrust through. And everyone that is joined unto them.
And every what?
And everyone that is joined unto them.
So you joined under Miss Laura, married and all that. Read.
Shall fall by the sword.
That's thus said the Lord. You want to say something, officer?
Yeah, I want them to go back to verse 14. Read verse 14 again.
Verse 14. And it shall be as the chase road.
So that's going into Esau. You can precept that up. This whole thing with Psalms, I think 137. Keep reading.
And as a sheep that no man taketh up.
Read.
They shall every man turn to his own people.
You see that? So that's letting you know right there that in the interracial marriage, even when it come down to it, when Christ come back, this is an end time prophecy that every man is going back to their own nation.
That's it.
Hey, that's a real good point. So when Christ cracked that sky, the nations know we out of order. They already know we out of order. Damn. Israelites that's caught up with them, you getting put to death.
Yep.
They letting you know right here. Keep reading. Read the next thing. Because the next line is heavy too. Read the next precept after that.
And flee everyone into his own land.
And that right there puts to rest that all nations getting into the kingdom of heaven. Because the kingdom of heaven is Jerusalem. That's only for the Israelites. You can read about that. They give you a description of that in Revelations 21 and 12, where it tells you that the Israelites are the only ones going into the kingdom of heaven. The rest of the nations are going to their own land.
So it ain't going to be, in other words, it ain't going to be no more assimilated. The Chinese man putting his kung fu suit back on and his rice hat. The Arab man putting on his, what they with him? Turban and his sheik and whatever. All that. You're not going to be seeing nobody with the 3-piece suit on trying to imitate Esau on that day. That's what that's telling you. Read on verse 16.
Verse 16. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes.
That's in Psalms 137 and 9. Read.
Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished.
Right. And that day is going to be a terrible day to be an Edomite. Understand that thing. So let's keep it moving. Let's roll this video. We're going to start at 1 minute and 30 seconds on the video clip.
Now turning to this morning's news alert, Baton Rouge police arrested a man who admitted to stabbing his girlfriend to death over the weekend. 21-year-old Kennedy Smith was found dead in her Arts at Jefferson Heights apartment around 6 o'clock Saturday morning. 27-year-old Connor Reagan was arrested in Crowley after calling to confess to that murder. Police say he injured himself during the stabbing. He's now charged with second-degree murder.
All right, so the main thing I want you guys to pay attention to is that in each one of the things that I'm going to point out to you, notice how they don't point out the fact that this is an interracial couple, that this white man murdered to death, stabbed to death this black woman, and then he decided to leave the scene and then make a call saying that, yes, I confess to killing this black woman. So the very first news report that I showed you, it stated that boyfriend confessed to killing girlfriend in Jefferson Highway apartment, stabbing on Saturday. Whole article, you can listen to the anchor again. She didn't list anything about it being an interracial relationship, nor did they even show you a picture.
Right, that thing don't work, man. The dude ended up putting the sister to death. Understand? That's why we got to stick to our own, man. Let's go to Genesis 2:7. So let's get, because a lot of people say color don't matter, this, that, and the third. Let's see if that's biblical.
Because you want to know, the thing is, remember in Psalms 83 it says these other nations are our enemies.
Right.
So when our sisters or brothers cleave unto them, you're actually cleaving to your enemy.
Literally sleeping with the enemy.
Yeah, you literally sleeping with the enemy.
But we so destroyed something. We our own enemy, our own house, though. That's a whole nother show. You know, we got to get it together, Israel. But let's get this.
The book of Genesis, chapter 2 and verse 7. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground.
So when you look at the dust of the ground, it's different shades of brown. You dig a little deeper, it gets darker. It wasn't no drywall dust in the ground in that day, so you understand. Read on.
And breathed into his nostrils the breath of life.
That's the commandments.
And man became a living soul.
So this is let you know right off the bat. Matter of fact, go to Genesis 1:26 though real quick.
The book of Genesis chapter 1:26. And God said, let us make man in our image.
In our what?
In our image.
So God, Christ, and the angels are different shades of brown because the image, how he made man is in chapter 2, verse 7. That's all I wanted, just to get to the point. So that's why he said he formed man of the dust of the ground, different shades of brown.
I just want to bring out the point. The reason why you got to cover this is because if you look at all the artwork, Adam is white, everybody's white. They do that so when we tell our people that no, you think that our people will be happy to hear that the first man is black and Christ was black and all that. They fight you to death to say that he's anything other than black. That's the hatred that we got for ourselves, even though the scriptures say that.
And also we in this Edomite kingdom. Because remember, it's the artwork in Europe with the Moors and everything. That was black people in artwork. But since now Esau rules the earth, or the wicked rules the earth, they portray everybody like the Egyptians are white. The last samurai is white.
It's a white man.
Yeah,
the Mexican.
They portray everybody as white.
The book of Song of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 1.
So if y'all right now go to Google and type in King Solomon and hit images, let's see if the image that pops up, go in there. Do it for the people that's reading. We're going to do a social experiment. Let's see if what we're going to read with our own eyes out of the Holy Scriptures match the depictions on Google. Because this is where Negroes get their opinions from. That and MSNBC. Right. The TV in general. Pull it up. Let's go ahead. That's King Solomon. There you go. Let's see. Let's read some of Solomon's lyrics. Read 1 and 1 and then jump to 5.
The Song of Songs, which is Solomon.
So these are King Solomon's songs, so you understand. Read verse 5.
Verse 5. I am black.
I'm what?
I am black.
Read that again.
I am black. But comely. O you daughters of Jerusalem.
So he said, I'm black and handsome, O you daughters of Jerusalem. Look at the pictures. Scroll on down. Let's see if we can find the black.
Man at the bottom look dead.
What the hell is that?
Damn, they got Donald Trump up there as King Solomon. Look at that.
Right. Bro, keep going down. They got the one that's kind of close. Look at them images. Look at that garbage.
99% of the images they show.
It said, I'm black and handsome. Where the hell is the black man in these images?
Oh, somebody putting it up.
They got a jerry curl.
King
King Solomon had no jerry.
That look like Ronnie Isley right there.
Right.
Hold
on,
like
look
the
at
Isley
that.
brothers,
Oh,
man.
that's a sister?
But let's read that again, though.
I am Song of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 5. I am black, but comely, O you daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar.
The tents of Kedar. Type in the tents of Kedar, just in case they thought Solomon was in mourning. Because they'll get real dumb and say he was sad. Let's type in the tents of Kedar. Look at that. He says, as the tents of Kedar. You see how black them tents is?
You talking about, because he's describing his color,
his skin,
with something that you can reference.
Right. Look at that. Fried off the break. So Google is a damn lie. That's why I tell you that in Job 9:24. Go back to the images of King Solomon. We're going to read 5 and 11 real quick. Look at this.
The book of Song of Solomon.
Scroll back up to some of them dumb pictures.
The tents of Kedar
Look at this dude
is
got.
accurate.
Look, I want that right there. Click that one.
My bad, my lifeless.
Hey, yeah, look at that.
Hey, look, he looked like the dude that beat the woman.
Right, he
What's
do.
his name, Wheeler?
That's him, Wheeler. I've been wheeling his fist. Go ahead and read 5 and 11. Watch this.
Song of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 11. His head is as the most fine gold.
Because he had gold in his head. Let's read.
His locks are bushy.
His locks are what?
Bushy.
So he had locks. King Solomon had cornrows and all that. Read.
And black as a raven.
What are we seeing there? This dude got blonde hair and blue eyes with that sorry beard on his face, man.
Hey, after the show, they're going to Google go back and change the tents of Kedar.
They're going to put dreads on him. They're going to put a Rasta man on him. Right. That's ridiculous, man. Let's keep it moving, man. That's a little social. Let's go ahead and roll this video. Yeah, we got another video.
Hey, the fact checkers will go and change the tents
Right.
to white.
They better go ahead, Joe. Go ahead and roll this video, because this is what our people be about right here. Go ahead and play that. This is almost real life footage.
So you believe God is white?
First of all, white man, let me say that I love you, honor you, envy you, enjoy your smell, and I celebrate you in the name of white Jesus.
Thank you?
No, thank you. Look at that. That's a handsome young man, ain't it? Now, if God looked like Isaac Hayes, you think his son would look like this? That's right. Somebody out there is feeling the spirit.
I am! I feel it!
If you black of skin and full of sin, come forward, so I may lay my hands on you.
Thank you, Jesus!
Black, be gone! Praise white Jesus!
So, black people are a...
Cursed!
Hey, man, that's how they be in Clubhouse, man. And
Our people believe that. I think some of our people, that's actually like they forefather, their uncle or something.
No,
man.
that's
like,
their
for real.
inner voice. Let's go to Revelations 1 and 14, man. Let's see if that image that's held up. Pull up the image of Christ on Google. Yeah, read verse 1.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
So this is the revealing of Jesus Christ, because the Lord knew it would be fake images on earth, so Christ had to be revealed. Pull them up. I need them images up ASAP. Look at that. I want the real life one they got right there with the white on at the top. Not that one. To the left, right there. Look at this. This is what the scriptures say. The image, the power was given to make the image both live and speak. Something like that. Look at that. Let's see if this matches the description.
The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him, to show unto his servants things which...
To show unto a servant. So John seen it with his eyes. Read.
Which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John.
Read verse 14.
Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
That's 2 strikes off the break. It said white and woolly. What is that?
And that thing said signify it.
Right. I mean, this certified stamp, what we reading, Christ got white woolly hair. That stamp, that's like when you go to the joint and they put the seal on it, you get your stuff notarized. That's what they're saying. Christ notarized this thing right here.
Signed, sealed, delivered.
Right.
Hey, so that means the imposter. Is
that Charles Manson? The one right there on the bottom.
On the bottom. Oh, yeah. Go down a little bit.
Down, right there, that one.
Yeah.
That's him.
Damn.
We keep reading though, because we strike. He already 2 strikes down off the bat. It said white and woolly. This dude's got blonde hair, man. Long, stringy blonde hair. Read.
His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
So he got white. He got red eyes,
and his feet like unto fine brass.
Brass is brown, but let's see how brown they are.
As if they burned in a furnace.
As if they burned in a furnace. This dude is already struck out. Let's keep it moving. Let's go to Daniel 7:9.
The book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit. So he the body.
Yeah, so he's got a body. He's sitting on the throne. He's not a puff of smoke like they would have you believe. Or some naked man floating around with children angels transporting him around. Just sick, man. Sick. Read.
Whose garment was white as snow.
So he's got a garment on. You can't throw garments on puffs of smoke. Read.
And the hair of his head.
So the hair of the Most High God's head is what?
Like the pure wool.
Like the pure wool. So all them foolish images is cut off the break. So let's go ahead and roll. Let's see another COON in real life. Let's go and roll this video. No, we want we want the street teaching one. I want the one with Officer Lynn. This. Okay, yeah, go ahead and play this.
Down the street, right? If you don't give it him, that's how we're going to teach.
I was going to say that the nation is lack of knowledge.
Hold on. Well, you said no, they don't. What is the worship? What does Christ look like? What Christ? Which Christ? You don't know. Oh, so what does Christ look like?
Well, from Revelations, you have that depiction of what Christ looks like as a black man. But it doesn't say that Christ is a black man.
So the book didn't say Christ is a black man. Oh no. Oh wow. Did Christ walk on the earth? Did Christ walk on the earth? Christ walked on the earth as a man, right? What color was he? Well,
and then to make an image of it anyway by guessing.
So you don't know. So you don't know what Christ looks like. No. You don't know what Christ looks like. Okay.
But you have to work with the spirit, but we don't know. We just perform an image.
It doesn't matter what he looks like.
Right.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, okay. Now we're getting somewhere. It doesn't matter. Go to the book of Revelation. 1, read verse 1 first. All right. Revelation. Let me see what Christ looks like. Let me see if Christ leaves something in here, so we can see what it is. Brother. You just said you don't know what Christ looks like. Now when I'm about to bring the scripture, now you got to follow with the scripture.
Most black people, I think you're
brother. No, I'm not a black Israelite. I'm an Israelite. I am the Israelite. I'm not no black Israelite. I am the Israelite.
The Bible also says that anybody who's who accepts Christ is Israel. So there's no.
You want the Bible? You want me to give you a Bible to show it to me? Show me the scripture. Get the Bible. Show me where he said that.
I'll show you when to find it.
Revelation. Let's go to it. We're going to go one at a time. Revelation chapter 1 verse 1. Revelation chapter 1 verse 1. So now all of a sudden, it don't matter what Christ look like. We're going to see what Christ look like.
Show me where it says he's black.
I'm going to show it to you. The Revelation. Stay right there. Don't move. I'm going to show it to you. Revelation chapter 1 verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ. So let's get it. First of all, let's be clear.
The revelation of Jesus Christ.
The scripture said the revelation of Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's right.
The revealing of Jesus Christ. Right. To reveal you, I got to describe you. I got to show you what you look like. The revealing of blood. Be quiet for a minute. Let the Bible
speak. The revelation of his testimony.
Brother. Let the Bible speak.
When Christ died,
brother, you see what you're doing? You see what you're doing?
That's
the Bible come out.
Now
let the Bible speak.
Read to us.
Read.
What
This brother's shirt said, "Trust me, I'm a coon" on it. I mean, right off the bat. I mean, this dude was crazy, man. He fighting against his own people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He fighting for what? I mean, he's trying to tell you that the Christ looked like you. Why would you fight against that? Because you hate yourself and you just a dumb coon nigga. That's it.
Could you imagine if they did Black Panther 2 and they had Tom Cruise play his part? Negroes would be out there burning more streets than they did the past 4 years. Straight up.
But that's why we got to do this class, though, because you got people that this is a hatred for their own self, their own skin color. They love the oppressor more than they love themselves. And that's proof. Like, we see that all the time when we on the streets. And then now in Clubhouse, you see it all the time. It's just a common thing. Go to Sirach 12. This is what the scriptures say, because the scriptures, when you read Deuteronomy 28 and 68, it says we're going to be sold to our enemies when we got off the slave ships. That's what the Bible say, that the Israelites would be sold to their enemies when they get off of the slave ships here in America. So let's see what the Bible say about that. Read that.
The book of Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
So the Bible tells you to never trust your enemy. Read.
For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
So just the way you know that iron rust, he's going to be wicked. That same way. Read.
Though he humble himself and go crouching.
Jesus loves everybody. Come to my church. Read.
Yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass.
Read.
And thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away.
His wickedness still there. Keep reading.
Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee,
lest when he conquer us,
he stand up in thy place.
Jesus is white. God is white. The angels is white.
Jews
King
white.
Solomon is white. Everybody's white. He's standing in our place. And now we got coon Negroes that fight against the truth.
To keep him standing in our place.
Yeah, to keep him standing there. They want to support and keep the liar, the devil up there and put their own self in the basement. Keep reading, like Joe Biden. Keep reading.
Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words, and be pricked therewith.
Keep reading.
Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent?
Because you ever seen the videos where you got a snake charmer that's get bit? Nobody feels sorry for him because they're like, why is he fooling with? They know that that's a dangerous animal.
Hey, actually, people love seeing them videos.
Yeah, they
like
do. They watch them. They got like millions of
Yeah.
views. People get tore up by the crocodiles and the snakes. They get like millions of views on YouTube. Read.
Or any such as come nigh wild beasts?
That's what I'm saying. Only Esau, he's out in the jungle messing with the wild beasts. He taking pictures with lions and stuff like that.
And Negroes out in the concrete jungle defending the wild beasts attacking us.
You ain't lying about that. Let's go to let's jump down to Psalms 58 and we're gonna come back. No, let's just go to Psalms 58 and 3. It's gonna pretty much say the same thing what we read here. Get that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 58 and verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
So let's go find out who the wicked is, and we're going to come back. Go to Malachi 1. I know we go here a lot, but so we got new people tuning in too, so they may not know. If we just say who the wicked is, they're going to think we making it up. So let's let the Bible speak.
The book of Malachi, chapter 1 and verse 4.
Now go to 2. Read 2.
Verse 2. I have loved you, saith the Lord.
Because according to Christianity, God loves everybody. Let's see. We're going to find out real soon right here. Read.
Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother?
So now we're talking about Esau and Jacob. Read.
Saith the Lord, yet I love Jacob.
So he loves the 12 tribes of Israel. That's why it's important that you know who you are. Read.
And I hated Esau.
He hates the white man. That's what the Bible say. When we bring that out, they say we a hate group because we reading what God wrote.
Right. That's letting you know Negroes hate God.
Yeah, that's what they do. Keep reading.
And laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
So that's going into the dark ages when they were living up in the Caucasus Mountains. Read.
Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places.
That happened during the Renaissance when they rebuilt. Read.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down.
Because they're going to be the last ruling kingdom on the earth, and God is going to throw that kingdom down to bring when Christ come back. Read.
And they shall call them.
And they're going to call them, read.
The border of wickedness.
They're going to call the white man and all his people the border of wickedness. And you can't defend it. You can't go against it because everywhere they go is death and destruction. Wherever that American flag and his embassies and all that go. Now they're going to have the gay flag on all the embassies in all the countries.
Bro, they about to roll in pedophilia, and Negroes going to just accept it.
Yep. Hey, and that's their track record. That's their rap sheet. That's their resume in the earth. That's what they are known for. That's why the scriptures say never trust thy enemy.
Ishmael know that. We the only ones that got a problem with that. That's why Ishmael don't want them over there bringing in their foolish politics and loudmouth black women over to the Middle East, man. Straight up.
And the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever.
So God hates them forever. You can't change that. So how is he going to get salvation when it's letting you know God hates them forever and he going to throw them down? When Christ come back, they getting thrown down. So then he going to pick them up and put them in the kingdom?
Yeah, like he going to be negotiating with Joe Biden.
Man, come on, man. Y'all got to stop tripping on that. Go back to Psalms 58 and 3.
Psalms 58 and verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb.
So this talking about the Edomite kingdom or the white man. And we not a hate group because we read in the Bible. Read.
They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
That's what he do. Just like Joe Biden speaking lies already. Now you got transgenders in your girl's bathroom and your boy's bathroom. They got all that already. He done jumped in there.
6 masks you got to wear now. You got to drive in your car on the interstate with a mask on in your own car.
Hey, I heard that. They said double mask so it can vent from the outside and from the from you breathing out.
What? Who's coming up with these dumb studies, man? And people, I see. You know how many black folk I seen double masked up, man, in the last week?
You got your man Bill Gates talking about he gonna exterminate everybody. Go ahead and read.
Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth the ear.
They won't listen. So you can try to reason with them and be nice and be sympathetic, and they just going to bite you. Just like a snake. If you go to help a snake, he going to bite you. Like a wild animal. Animals, they return back to their natural roots because you'll have somebody think they got a lion tamed or a tiger tamed. They got him in the house, and the next thing you know, you watching the news, the lion ate their ass. Because he done went back to his natural habitat.
Yep.
That's the white man.
Look how many times they got incidents where zoo animals attack the trainers.
That's what happened to the sister. He went back to his natural habitat and beat her across the head.
Right, he already looked like a caveman with that stupid hair on his head, man.
Go ahead and finish read
which will not hearken to the voice of charmers, charming never so wisely.
So it's like, you know, no matter how you try to charm them, you get your coon on, you get your tap dance, your blackface and all that, they still gonna call you a nigga and treat you like one. That's what that's saying right there. You can't, it's nothing you can do because they got a perpetual hatred towards us.
Right, look at the sister. She was even laying with him and she still got clubbed over the head, man.
All right, let's run the video. Malcolm X breaks it down. Run that video.
There was 2 kinds of slaves. There was the house Negro and the field Negro. The house Negro, they lived in the house with master. They dressed pretty good. They ate good because they ate his food, what he left. They lived in the attic or the basement, but still they lived near their master. And they loved their master more than the master loved himself. They would give their life to save their master's house quicker than the master would. The house Negro, if the master said, we got a good house here, the house Negro said, yeah, we got a good house here. Whenever the master said we, he said we. That's how you can tell a house Negro. If the master's house caught on fire, the house Negro would fight harder to put the blaze out than the master would. If the master got sick, the house Negro would say, what's the matter, boss? We sick. We sick. He identified himself with his master more than his master identified with himself. And if you came to the house Negro and said, let's run away, let's escape, let's separate, that house Negro would look at you and say, man, you crazy. What you mean separate? Where is there a better house than this? Where can I wear better clothes than this? Where can I eat better food than this? That was that house Negro. In those days, he was called a house nigger. And that's what we call him today, because we still got some house niggers running around here. This modern house Negro loves his master. He wants to live near him. He'll pay 3 times as much as the house is worth just to live near his master. And then brag about, I'm the only Negro out here. I'm the only one on my job. I'm the only one in this school. You're nothing but a house Negro. And if someone come to you right now and say, let's separate, you say the same thing that the house Negro said on the plantation. What you mean separate? From America? This good white man? Where you gonna get a better job than you get here? I mean, this is what you say. I ain't left nothing in Africa. That's what you say. Why, you left your mind in Africa. On that same plantation, there was the field Negro. The field Negro, those were the masses. There was always more Negroes in the field than there was Negroes in the house. The Negro in the field caught hell. He ate leftovers. In the house, they ate high up on the hog. The Negro in the field didn't get nothing but what was left of the insides of the hog. They call them chitlins nowadays. In those days, they call them what they were, guts. That's what you were, a gut eater. And some of you all still gut eaters. The field Negro was beaten from morning till night. He lived in a shack, in a hut. He wore cast-off clothes. And he hated his master. I say he hated his master. He was intelligent. That house Negro loved his master. But that field Negro, remember, they were in the majority. And they hated the master. When the house caught on fire, he didn't try and put it out. That field Negro prayed for a wind, for a breeze. When the master got sick, the field Negro prayed that he died. If someone come to the field Negro and said, let's separate, let's run, he didn't say, where are we going? He said, any place is better than here. You got field Negroes in America today. I'm a field Negro.
Hey, look, he was going on slavery, but that's still today. You still got your house Negroes. Those are your Gale, your Oprahs, and people like that say everything is good, and they always going against the black man and everything else. And then you got the ones that's at the bottom like us that's struggling to make it. The same thing.
And you know what? And one good point. Remember, like last year when you had not Kobe. This dude, Ice Cube. Remember, he was speaking against certain things, and a bunch of field niggas stood up and shut him down at our own people when he was trying to create policy to help.
Right.
The black
them was house Negroes that shut him down. Them
Right.
wasn't field Negroes. Them was house Negroes that shut him down.
Right, even like Officer Mandel said, the brother in death, the black woman attacking the man in death, man. He wasn't, his body still wasn't recovered. Gayle King fried up Kobe Bryant, man. Way out of order, man.
Yep, the scriptures speak about people like that. Let's go to John 11. Let's see right here. Let's go to, what verse I want? 45. Get that.
The book of John, chapter 11 and verse 45. Then many of the Jews which came to Mary and had seen the things which Jesus did believed on him.
Read.
But some of them went their ways to the Pharisees.
Read.
And told them what things Jesus had done.
So now, you got brothers out here that do good works, and then you got coons that go back and try to shut it down, just like they was doing with Christ. Read.
Then gathered the chief priests and the Pharisees a council, and said, what do we? For this man doth many miracles.
So this is his own people counseling against Christ. Read.
If we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him.
Read.
And the Romans shall come and take away both our place and nation.
So what? They was cooning for the white man. They wanted to keep their high position underneath of the white man. So they try to destroy their own brother. And we got the same things going on today. That's what we got. Let's go to Mark. Let me get Mark, and then we're going to get the video. Mark 3:1-6. We're going to show you that this is common, that this is something that's in the scriptures. Cooning is in the scriptures. It wasn't in just slavery. It ain't just today. It goes way back.
And you know what? And the thing is, we out here on these streets fighting for the return of the kingdom, the return of Christ, the return of the Most High ruling in the earth. But yet our own people, just like when Christ walked the earth, fight against that returning. Even though they say they're Christians, they really hate the Bible.
And they hate themselves because you giving them good news. You're an Israelite. You God's chosen people. The people in the Bible is black. They don't have no color, brother. That's not us. I'm a Gentile. No, you a coon. That's what you are. Let's go ahead and read Mark 3. Let's go on, read on down.
The book of Mark, chapter 3 and verse 1. And he entered again into the synagogue, and there was a man there which had a withered hand. And they watched him whether he would heal him on the Sabbath day.
So this the Pharisees watching Christ to see if he's going to heal a man on the Sabbath day. Read.
That they might accuse him.
That they might do what?
Accuse him.
Read.
And he said and he saith unto the man, which had the withered hand, stand forth. And he saith unto him, is it lawful to do good on the Sabbath days, or to do evil?
So he asked him a question. Is it good or bad to do on the Sabbath day to do well? Read.
To save life or to kill. But they held their peace. And when he had looked around about them with anger, being grieved for the hardness of their hearts, he saith unto the man, stretch forth thine hand. And he stretched it out, and his hand was restored whole as the other.
So he healed him. Read.
And the Pharisees went forth, and straightway took counsel.
So the Pharisees got together.
And straightway took counsel with the Herodians.
Went to the white man on their own brother. That's what I'm telling you. Like, cooning is all throughout the scriptures. Read.
Against him, how they might destroy him.
You see that? They get together with their enemy to destroy their own
the
brother.
Herodians was the coons. They was the ones that was all up the Esau's hind pies back then. Them was our people.
Hey, it ain't nothing new underneath the sun. Hey,
Right.
Even today, you got our own people coming against the bishop, coming against the leaders in
Right.
Israel, trying to find something to do the same thing. Bring up accusation against them.
Right.
Searching for evil.
Stop the work. That's why we read verse 5 saying he looked on around about them with anger. Coons made Christ mad. That's what that's telling you in verse 5.
They all throughout the scriptures. They in real life. Let's go ahead and run this quick video of another coon.
Hello, Stephen, my boy. Yeah. Hello, my ass. Who this nigga up on that name? Oh, Stephen, you have nails for breakfast. What's the matter? Why you so ornery? You miss me, huh? Oh, yes, sir. I miss you like a hog miss slop, like a baby miss mammy titty. I miss you like I misses a rock in my shoe. Now, I ask you, who this nigga on that name?
Hey, Snowball. You wanna know my name or the name of my horse? You ask me.
That's who the hell you calling Snowball, horse boy? I'll snatch your black ass off that nag down here in the mud so fast make your head.
Steven. Let's keep it funny. Django here is a freeman.
This nigga here?
That nigga there. Let me at least introduce the two of you. Django, this is another cheeky black bugger like yourself, Steven. Steven, this here's Django. You two ought to hate each other.
Calvin, just who the hell is this nigga you feels the need to entertain?
Django and his friend in gray here, Dr. Schultz, are customers. and they are our guests, Stephen. And you old decrepit bastard ought to show them every hospitality. You understand that?
Yes, sir. Him, I understand, but I don't know why I got to take lip off this
You
nigga.
don't have to know why. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. I understand.
Well, good. Let's spend the night. Go up in the guest bedrooms and get two ready.
He gonna stay in the big house?
Stephen, he's a slaver. It's different.
In the big house?
Well, you got a problem with that?
Oh, no, I ain't got no problem with it. If you ain't got no problem with burning the bed, the sheets, the pillowcase, and everything else when this black-ass motherfucker's
Now, that
gone.
is my problem. They are mine to burn. Now, your problem right now is making a good impression. And I want you to start solving that problem right now and get them goddamn rooms ready.
Yes, sir, Mr. Candy.
Go on now.
Can't believe you brought a nigga to stay in the big house. Your daddy rolling over in this goddamn grave right now.
It's getting worse and worse.
What shit is that?
Now, where is my beautiful sister? There she is! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Dr. Schultz, this attractive Southern belle.
Hey, the sad part is he fighting harder than the white man to oppress the black man.
Because he thinks it's his house.
Hey, look, that's real, though. That's how Negroes be out on the street corner when we bringing out Christ is black. They be fighting just like that, and they look just like him, too. They be getting that coon. They be getting a coon on just like that. In the clubhouse, too. On the app, you hear it every night on the clubhouse. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Hey, officer, can I get this video right quick? Just to show we have a more recent example of this. We'll play that with Chris Rock. Yeah, go ahead.
Saying I'm a nigger.
Yes, you are the niggerest fucking white man I have ever.
Amazing. I don't think he could do that.
Oh,
I don't think he has those
there's
qualities.
only two. I mean, no, you don't even understand.
Really?
You don't really know him. Like I've worked with him.
No, like your bit about.
I wouldn't use it anywhere.
No, exactly. These two.
We
use
say
that
nigger on stage.
On stage.
You guys don't. That's
that's
interesting.
the
Two
difference.
teams
That's
here.
the difference between
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
We
can
say
pair
nigger on
up in
stage. You
different
guys
ways,
don't.
but that's definitely a pairing. Who
We
says
say-
nigger on stage? We don't.
Well, you just did.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah.
You and me say
No,
nigger in
no,
private.
No.
These two guys don't. I don't believe he says it in private.
I'm giving it up just because it's played.
I don't believe it's. I don't think you've ever said it probably in your life.
No,
I don't
never.
think. No. Yeah, that's it. That's a huge difference between you and me, I think.
Well,
That's what I've said
you
it.
found the humor of it.
Yeah.
I haven't found it.
Right.
Nor do I seek it.
I mean,
So we got Chris Rock openly allowing white men to call him niggers, cooning and buffooning for his cohorts, and another white man has to say that's not funny. Like, you can't even stand up for your own race. Another white man has to say to you, that's not
And
funny
it's
at all.
Amalek.
Yeah.
Amalek.
And it's a
We
Jew
just
at
saw that in the Django clip.
Damn.
Hey, man, cooning is real. It ain't gone nowhere. Y'all thinking it's back in the slave days. It's still here. And we're going to go in the Bible and see that it's in the scriptures. Let's go ahead. It's all throughout. You're going to have coons until Christ come back.
First Maccabees chapter 10 and verse 61.
Read.
At that time, certain pestilent fellows of Israel,
read,
men of a wicked life, assembled themselves against him to accuse him, but the king would not hear them.
So this is showing you that our people going against their own people. We got to run through. So
It was going against Jonathan, so you understand. Coons trying to speak evil of Jonathan that was delivering the children of Israel.
First Maccabees chapter 11 and verse 21. Then certain ungodly persons who hated their own people.
So certain ungodly people that hate their own people. This is common throughout the scriptures. This is in the Maccabees, read.
Went unto the king.
Went to the white man.
And told him that Jonathan besieged the tower.
Going back to Jonathan again. So just letting you know that we always had coons.
In other words, let's bring it up the day. That's when your own people send you the SPLC list and say we in the hate group. That's the same spirit that you're reading about right there.
The familiars.
The familiars with Deacon Nathan brought out. Go to First Maccabees 1 and 11.
The book of First Maccabees chapter 1 and 11.
And this is what our people try to do here. Read.
In those days went there out of Israel wicked men.
Read.
Who persuaded many.
Who took along other coons, read.
Saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen.
They always want to get along with the other nations before their own people. Read.
That are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
You see that? So since we left the white man, we done had much sorrow. Because this is the Greeks right here. So they went back to him. That's what our people do today. It's the same spirit, man. It ain't changed. Go to 1 Maccabees 7. So we're going to run through these because we don't want to short the time. So we're just going to give you different examples. Go ahead.
1 Maccabees chapter 7 and verse 5. There came unto him all the wicked and ungodly men of Israel.
Showing you that these is our people.
Having Alcimus,
this dude was a super coon right here. Read.
Who was desirous to be a high priest.
He wanted to be the high priest.
For their captain.
They came to Demetrius or Soter the petition to get Alcimus up there to be the high priest, man. That's what's going on.
Jump to verse
here.
23.
Verse 23. Now when Judas saw the mischief that Alcimus and his company had done among the Israelites, even above the heathen.
So that's letting you know this, letting you know that the Israelites is more wicked than the heathen. So like our people be doing more evil than the white man do to us. Like they'll go harder against their own brother than the white man will go against us. That's what that's telling you right there. That's how much hatred and self-hate they got for themselves. Let's jump to, that was a point I wanted to get out of that, the last scripture for me. I got two more. Let's go to
2 Maccabees 10 and verse 16. Then they that were with Maccabeus made supplication and besought God that he would be their helper. And so they ran with violence upon the strongholds of the Idumeans.
So this is us going against the Idumeans or the so-called white man today. Read.
And assaulting them strongly, they won the host.
So we were winning battles. Read.
And kept off all that fought upon the wall, and slew all that fell into their hands, and killed no fewer than 20,000.
Had great victories. Read.
And because certain who were no less than 9,000 were fled together into two very strong castles, having all manner of things convenient to sustain the siege. Maccabeus left Simon and Joseph and Zacchaeus also, and them that were with him, who were enough to besiege them, and departed himself unto these places which more needed his help.
Keep reading.
Now that there was Simon being led with covetousness, which persuaded for money, through certain of those that were in the castle.
So we had some brothers that was covetous that was taking bribes. Read.
And took 70,000 drachms and let some of them escape.
They let some of the Edomites go, taking the money, sellouts. Like we got today. We got people that's getting paid to turn on their own people. That's still going on. Read.
But when it was told Maccabeus what was done, he called the governors of the people together and accused those men until they sold their brethren, that they had sold their brethren for money.
Selling out their brethren. Read.
And set their enemies free to fight against them.
That's some evil stuff right there. You set your enemies free to fight against you. Read.
So he slew those that were found traitors, and immediately took the two castles.
So they got judged right there on the spot. But that's just showing you that that same thing is going on today. You have sellouts today, people that do things, evil things for money. And let's get the last scripture that I got. Let's go to that Proverbs 11.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 11 and verse 21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished.
You see that? So you joining up with them, teaming up with them, with your enemy, both of y'all going to get jacked up. That's what the scripture say, thus saith the Lord.
But the seed of the righteous shall be delivered.
That's heavy.
Yep. Hey, let's switch gears. Let's get Leviticus chapter 13 and 29.
The book of Leviticus chapter 13 and verse 29. If a man or woman have a plague upon the head or the beard, then the priest shall see the plague. And behold, if it be in sight deeper than the skin, and there be in it a yellow thin hair.
You see that thing? A yellow thin hair, also known as blonde. It said, the scriptures say that's a plague. That's a plague on your head. But how many of our sisters and brothers out there that's blonde in their hair? They got these blonde wigs on, thinking that they something in the earth. No, you look a mess. Take that thing off. It don't even match. Blonde hair with brown skin. It don't match. Stop. Sister, stop, please. Hey, let's get Numbers 12, 7 through 12. You better off doing your natural hair, because when I be seeing some of these sisters, they be putting glue on their forehead, bro. That looks crazy, bro. The Elmer's glue or whatever they put on their head to keep their wigs from sliding off, bro. Come on.
The book of Numbers, chapter 12 and verse 7. My servant Moses is not so, who was faithful in all mine house. With him will I speak mouth to mouth, even apparently, and not in dark speeches. And the similitude of the Lord shall he behold. Wherefore, then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moses? And the anger of the Lord was kindled against them, and he departed. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacles. And behold, Miriam became leprous.
So Miriam became leprous. Read.
White as snow.
You see that thing? So the Bible lets you know what leprosy is, because Esau defines leprosy as something else. Today, when you look up leprosy, it shows you like some type of sores or something. No, the Most High said, no, white as snow is leprosy, meaning you lack melanin in your skin.
In other words, an Edomite or a white man.
Yeah, you go. Read.
And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous.
So just imagine that. Everybody out here in the field is all of color, all black people. Now, out of nowhere, you got the white woman just pops out of everybody like, what the hell is that? She dead. She dead.
Blonde hair and white skin. That's the American beauty.
They
right
was
there.
terrified when that thing happened, bro. They was terrified.
Hey, they was literally looking at her as a zombie. Like, what the hell is that? Read.
And Aaron said unto Moses, alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not the sin upon us.
Why didn't he say, lay not this beauty upon my sister?
Right.
Why he ain't say that?
Right.
Wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned.
So see that right there? They knew at that point in time, this is a sin that my sister just did, running her mouth against her brother, who the Most High spoke face to face with, who the Most High was giving orders to. And when you read in verse 7, it says Moses was a faithful servant who is faithful in all my houses. So whatever Moses is saying, hey, this is how we got to move, she's not only speaking against Moses, she's speaking against the Most High. So the Most High plagued her on spot.
Let her not be as one dead.
You see that? The walking dead, right? Dead.
Of whom the flesh is half consumed.
Who the flesh is half consumed. That's your so-called white man. That's why he's Esau, red man, where you can see his blood through his skin. Is that it on that? Hey, let's jump to show this video. Show the video.
My stars and garters, President Ronald Reagan, my hero. Is this heaven?
Oh, not just heaven, Ruckus. White heaven. You see, there are many different types of people, Ruckus. So God created many separate, but, well, for the most part, equal heavens.
You don't say.
White heaven is for decent, good, God-fearing Christians who just happen to, well, hate everyone and everything relating to black people. That means no Muhammad Ali, no hip-hop music, and no fucking Jesse Jackson.
What about Whoopi Goldberg?
Nope.
Oh, this is heaven.
Turns out that God really doesn't have that much of a problem with racism. He doesn't even remember slavery, except in February. Personally, I hate black people, Ruckus. That's why I did everything I could to make their lives miserable. Crack? Me. AIDS? Me. Reaganomics? Come on, I'm in the name. And God has rewarded me. Know why?
Cause 2 niggers and 2 quarters don't add up to $1?
Well, that. And because God loves white people. And if you teach everyone on earth to love the white man, you too can join us in white heaven.
Oh, praise white God.
Bruh, that is madness.
Hey, look, they made it good in the video, but Miriam, it was a curse. You see that? He had the white blonde hair and the white skin, just like Miriam, what we just read.
Oh boy, oh boy. Hey, and the sad part is a lot of people wants to go to that heaven.
That's the clubhouse heaven.
They said if we go as hard as Uncle Ruckus or harder to hate against my own people,
Galatians 3,
then maybe by chance I can get to white heaven. Hey, that's why all these Christians be pushing that all nations can be saved. That's really American democracy saying under one nation under God, under the white man. So that's like, oh, even in heaven we're gonna be underneath the white man. Oh man, but little do our people know that we are holy people. Give me Deuteronomy 7:6.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
You see that? The Most High said, you Israelites are a special people unto me. All these other nations are the enemies of the Most High God, according to Psalms 83. So we are supposed to be the holy, separate people, not cleaving unto the other nations.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
You see that? That's the place that we were supposed to be in before we transgressed against the Most High. That's the reason why we're on the bottom of society when you read Deuteronomy 28. We at the bottom because we was disobedient to the Father. That's simple. But our rightful place was supposed to be above all these nations. Now let's get 2nd Ezra 6.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6 and verse 54.
Start at verse 53.
Verse 53. Upon the 6th day thou gavest commandment unto the earth, that before thee it should bring forth beasts, cattle, and creeping things. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures. Of him come we all. And the people also, whom thou hast chosen.
So, right from the beginning, the Most High God already had a chosen seed, or like we read earlier, the holy seed. He already had that from the beginning. Read.
All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
See that? Made the world for our sakes. That's going right back to the order that we read in Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Read.
As for the other people,
so of these other nations, read,
which also come of Adam.
Well, they also come from Adam. Read.
Thou hast said,
the Most High has said,
that they are nothing.
That they nothing. Read.
But be like unto spittle.
But be like the spit that flies from my mouth when I'm speaking. Read.
And has likened the abundance of them.
So the abundance, the collection of all of them, read,
unto a drop.
It's just like a drop.
Boop, that falleth from a vessel.
That just falls from a bucket. That's how the Most High sees them. Read.
And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen.
So if you confused, these heathens, the other nations, read,
which have ever been reputed as nothing.
So reputed meaning their reputation has always been as nothing from the beginning, from creation. Read.
Have begun to be lords over us.
They are over us because we transgress against God's laws. And Most High put curses upon us where the most vilest nations that are nothing rule over us to punish us because we transgress his laws.
But a lot of our people like it. That's why it says in Wisdom of Solomon, these great plagues we call peace. Living in the ghettos and the slums, our people call peace. Being the first fire, last high, that's peace to us.
Yep. Let's get Isaiah 40.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 40 and verse 15. Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket.
So here you go again. If you didn't believe it right there, it's saying the same thing again. Saying the same thing again out of Isaiah.
Right. Ezra was quoting Isaiah.
So that means, hold on, that means all of these prophets. Remember, Christ said, I have not come to change the law, nor the prophets. So that means this right here stands. Christ didn't step on the scene and say, oh, never mind what Isaiah said and what Ezra said. Don't disregard that. I'm changing that. I'm remixing that.
Apostle Paul stamped in Romans 9. That's the same thing you read in Romans 9.
Yep. So now, who did Paul learn from? Christ.
And are counted as the small dust of the balance.
You see that? Still have the same reputation as nothing.
But
just
think
like
about
from the
that,
beginning.
though. That's saying that if you got dust on the scale, how much does that weigh? Nothing. That's what the Bible is saying. It's saying the dust on the balance, meaning dust on the scale weighs nothing. That's what he's thinking about the other nations.
You can't even see the dust.
Yep.
He taketh up the isles as a very little thing, and Lebanon is not sufficient to burn.
Oh, so these nations not even sufficient because they're nothing.
Nor the beast thereof sufficient for a burnt offering.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, ain't nothing you gonna do to change that.
All nations before him are as nothing.
See that? So that means when we read in 2nd Ezra saying from the beginning, their reputation has always been nothing. It hasn't changed. It's still the same, just like Officer brought out. Even in Romans 9, Paul's letting you know everything belongs to the Israelites.
And they are counted to him less than nothing.
Less than nothing. Damn, you less than nothing to the Most High.
And vanity.
And vanity, lies. Hey, let's get this other one. Romans 3:1.
The book of Romans, chapter 3 and verse 1. What advantage then hath the Jew? Or what profit is there of circumcision?
Read on.
Much every way. Chiefly because that unto them were committed the oracles of God.
You see that? So the holy seed are the oracles of God. Read on.
For what if some did not believe?
So what if some of our brothers and sisters don't believe? What if these other nations don't believe? What if they're in Christianity and they don't believe that we're bringing out the law saying that we are the Israelites? Read on.
Shall their belief make the faith of God without effect?
Just because you don't believe it, do you think that's going to change the Most High God and what he's already established from the beginning? Read.
God forbid.
No, it's not. Read.
Yea, let God be true, but every man a liar.
So let this Bible be true and every man a liar. So if you speak outside of this Bible, you are a liar. So all nations can be saved is a lie. Christ is a white man is a lie. Neither I'm a Gentile and I can be spiritual Israel is a lie. Read.
That thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged.
You see that? All right, so now let's jump to Psalms. Psalms 147. Then we're going to play a video. Psalms 147. 19.
The book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19. He showed his word unto Jacob.
So not only are we the oracles of God, the Most High now showing his word unto us, the Israelites. Remember, Jacob was the forefather of Israel. Read.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
So the statutes and the judgments still belong to Israel. The Most High dealt with them, the chosen holy seed. Read.
He hath not dealt so with any nation.
So even to make it even more clear for you, he have not dealt so with any other nation. Read.
And as for his judgments, they have not known them.
The other nations don't know it, but yet they out here teaching that, oh no, we Israel and all nations can be saved. The Most High said, I never gave you my statutes, judgment, and you don't know them. You are not my people, but yet you show that you are holy when you're not. You're the wicked in the earth.
Praise ye the Lord.
Yeah. Play the video.
One question. I'm about to go. I got one question. So you're saying
Not
you don't?
me.
Okay. So do you hate white people?
No.
You don't hate them?
No.
Okay. So what do? You don't love them either?
No.
And you don't hate them?
Nope.
So what do you call it?
What do you mean?
You don't love them, you don't hate them.
Give me Deuteronomy 23:7.
Bring it out!
Give me Deuteronomy 23:7.
Deuteronomy 23, verse 7. Thou shalt not abhor an Edomite.
The Bible says, thou shalt not hate an Edomite. That's what the verses say. Okay. Edomites are white people. Right. But understand this. Edomites put a lot of our people in slavery. Okay. So guess what? There's a judgment. We just want the judgment to come to pass because God is a just God.
So you shouldn't hate them. So what should you do?
What should I do?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Give me Romans about live peaceably. In Romans what? 16?
13.
You know what I want? Yeah, watch this. Is that it?
Romans chapter 12, verse 18.
Watch this.
If it be possible.
If it be possible.
As much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men.
Live peaceably with all men, and that's what I'm doing. Hey, so when I see Bill,
no, you're not.
See how you got mad, bro? Look at you. You're getting angry at me for teaching you about what white people did to your ancestors. Dude, this brother is crazy. I'm telling you about what white people did to black people. You telling me that I have hatred for them. I'm telling you, in slavery, they put our people in slavery. They destroyed us. You're coming at me telling me that I hate them because I'm telling you the history about what they did. You, my brother, are the definition of a COON. That's your definition. Only coons say stuff like that. Read that again.
If it be possible.
The brother's getting mad at me about history. I didn't make it up.
All right, man.
Hatred is what they did to us. Brother, this is... Hold on, stop. I can't deal with it. Some of you West Indian, I tell you, man, y'all love some Edomites, man, I tell you. Did not they did this to us? Stop. Is this hatred? Me speaking about what they did. How is that hatred?
It's true. No, you saying that. I'm a living witness, brother. You saying that all of them are going to go to hell.
You're not listening. You're not listening, brother. Brother.
If you got a Bible, you can find it. If you have the Holy Bible, you can find it, brother. He's right. The law speaks for itself.
They're going to be what?
Give me Romans 6:1.
I'm not going to be surprised because we read what's going to happen in heaven.
Well, until that day, man.
Let me ask you something. So is homosexuality a sin? You see what I'm saying, brother? I knew it, man.
But you're asking me questions that you already know.
Is it a sin?
Brother, ask me a question.
Okay. Who is pushing that on the earth?
Man, who's pushing it? White people. But that's
what you said. Nope. That's it. You want to go?
Hey, officer had to spell it out for him. You don't understand that. Let's see if you understand this.
He said COON. That brother was a total coon, man.
Amos 3. Go ahead, officer.
I was going to say, the sad part is we see it all the time. Like literally on the clubhouse, on the streets, everywhere we go, the first thing a Negro's worried about, your family members. You don't even say nothing about the white man. You just go through the curses. Hey, we the Israelites, we went to slavery because we broke God's laws. What about the white man, brother? They don't ask about the Chinese man. They don't ask about the Arab. They don't ask about the Indian over there in India. They don't ask about nobody but the white man.
Hey, let's get Amos 3:1.
The book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel.
The children of Israel, the holy seed, the nation that he's dealing with. Read.
Against the whole family, which I brought up from the land of Egypt.
You see that? He brought the nation of Israel up out of Egypt. Read.
Saying, you only have I known.
Hold, wait a minute. So Most High is saying, only you, Israel, do I deal with and I know. Read.
Of all the families of the earth.
Out of all the families of the earth that the Most High created, he said he's only dealing with that holy seed, Israel. Read.
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
Therefore, he punished us for our iniquities. That's why Deuteronomy 28:15 through 60 it happened. Read on. Actually, no, that's it on that. So now, it's not our words that's saying that we not only the ones saying all nations can't be saved. The Most High been saying that throughout the entire Bible. Now let's get Sirach 36. Sirach 36. We won't go get to the point on this.
The book of Sirach, chapter 36 and verse 1. Have mercy upon us, O Lord God of all, and behold us, and send thy fear upon all the nations that seek not after thee. Mm-hmm. Lift up thy hand against the strange nations, and let them see thy power, as thou wast sanctified in us before them. So be thou magnified among them before us, and let them know thee, and we have known thee, that there is no God but only thou, O God. Show new signs, and make other strange wonders. Glorify thy hand and thy right arm, that they may set forth thy wondrous works. Raise up indignation and pour out wrath. Take away the adversary, and destroy the enemy.
Which is the other nations.
Make the time short. Remember the covenant, and let them declare thy wonderful works. Let him that escapeth be consumed by the rage of fire, and let them perish that oppress the people. Smite in sunder the heads of the rulers of the heathen.
Of the heathen, these other nations.
That say, there is none other but we. Gather all tribes of Jacob together, and inherit thou them as from the beginning.
As from the beginning, read.
O Lord, have mercy upon the people that is called by thy name, and upon Israel, whom thou hast named thy firstborn.
The holy seed.
O be merciful unto Jerusalem, thy holy city, the place of thy rest. Fill Zion with thine unspeakable oracles, and thy people with thy glory. Give testimony unto those that thou hast possessed from the beginning, and raise up prophets that have been in thy name. Reward them that wait for thee, and let thy prophets be found faithful. O Lord, hear the prayer of thy servants according to the blessings of Aaron over thy people, that all they which dwell upon the earth may know that thou art the Lord, the eternal God.
All praises. Hey, let's jump to gotta move through this quick. Luke 18. Luke 18. 1 do like 1 through 8. So even in the New Testament, saying the same thing. So now remember, we got to look at some of the scenes. We're reading during the Roman captivity and the Greek captivity. So that's under who? The so-called white man. And remember, what is America? The revived Roman Empire. Same white man ruling the earth. So even during the time of Christ, when he walked, so you think that now after Christ died, things changed with the relationship between these nations? No, it's the same.
The book of Luke, chapter 18, verse 1. And he spake a parable unto them to this end, that men ought always to pray and not to faint.
Okay, now this is Christ speaking.
Saying, there was in a city a judge which feared not God, neither regarded man. And there was a widow in that city, and she came unto him, saying, avenge me of mine adversary.
So Israel saying, avenge us of our adversary, the enemies. Read.
And he would not for a while. But
for a season, the Most High wouldn't. Why? Because we got to be punished for our transgression. Read.
But afterward he said within himself, though I fear not God, nor regard man, yet because this widow troubleth me, I will avenge her, lest by her continual coming she weary me. And the Lord said, hear what the unjust judge saith.
So this is Christ speaking. Read.
And shall not God avenge his own elect?
His own elect, Israel, the holy seed. Shall he not avenge them? Read.
Which cried day and night unto him, though he bear long with them. I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth?
You see that thing? So even in the New Testament, Christ was already teaching about the fall of the Edomite Empire and the returning of the Most High God and Christ ruling the earth, even during the time of Christ when he walked the earth.
And it's crazy that then he said, when he comes, shall the Son of Man find his faith on the earth? Meaning he know he going to find a lot of coons.
Oh, yeah.
He looking for the faithful few.
Hey, let's go. Let's get Wisdom of Solomon, 18 and 7.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 18 and verse 7. So of thy people was accepted both the salvation of the righteous and destruction of the enemies.
So hold on. Hey, the destruction of the enemies and the salvation of the righteous. Righteousness, remember, is brothers and sisters that keep God's laws, statutes, and commandments. And the destruction of who?
And the destruction of the enemies.
Of the enemies. Psalms 83 again. The other nations.
All praises.
And the coons that be hanging with them.
Yep.
And with that, we say shalom.
Shalom.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are how men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.